We are in Andorra, a micronation located in the Pyrenees Mountains between France and Spain. In this video, we'll explore its mountain landscapes, charming old towns, and famous duty-free shopping spots. Get ready for stunning views and a taste of this tiny nation you might not even know existed. Thanks for coming along with us as we explore Andorra.
We have arrived in Andorra. Andorra is the world's 16th smallest country by land, 11th smallest country by population, and we're excited to be here because we drove up today from Barcelona. It is a brand new country for us. It is one of Europe's micronations, along with countries like Monaco, Liechtenstein, the Vatican City is also one. About 80,000 people who live in Andorra. It's undergone a rapid growth since the 1960s. I think in the 1960s, it was about maybe 15,000 or less people. So in almost 60 years has shot up to 80,000. A lot of new construction going on. Currently, we are located in Andorra La Vella, and it is the capital of Andorra. It's the highest elevation capital in Europe. There's a couple of things Andorra is well known for. One, it is a tax haven. Now, being a tax haven, it's famous for its banking. It's not a zero tax country. There's a tax, but there's a lot of shopping here. People come because they don't have the VAT tax. So they can buy products much cheaper. Another thing Andorra is known for is being a mountainous country. It is located in the Pyrenees Mountains. Absolutely stunning. These aren't like tiny little hills. They are big old mountains, especially on the drive in from Barcelona today. We were blown away at how beautiful the drive was in these Pyrenees Mountains.
One of the major activities to do here in Andorra is shopping. They do quite a bit of like duty-free shopping here. So we're walking down the main drag and it's like shop after shop after shop, advertising sales. So if you're coming here, this is where you do your shopping. From our understanding, they don't have a VAT tax and their sales tax is like 4% or around there. So I guess shopping does also tend to be a little bit cheaper here. Just kind of an interesting tidbit about Andorra here. And then I guess that's why there's so many shops, because it's kind of like a big open shopping mall that we're walking through right now. There's a good amount of like cosmetic shops and perfume, a lot of really big perfume stores, as well as like so many clothing stores and jewelry. I mean, we knew it was like this coming here, like in our research, it had said it's a big shopping area. So, but it really is. You walk through it and it's like, oh yeah, it's a major pastime. It's kind of the thing you do when you come visit. Well, we had to stop off at the iconic photo spot with the Dali clock and the Andorra sign over the bridge. Pretty much a requirement to stop and take your photo there. It's an excellent spot.
We're going to eat over by the stream that runs through town. There's a quick serve Thai restaurant doing Thai street food. You know what? It looks pretty good. And quite frankly, this setting, we just want to sit out here and eat in this setting. And when you see it, I don't think you'll blame me. And as you can see behind me, the options were Italian, Burger King, Thai food, and then this is actually a wine bar. It looked pretty good. We might be a Barrico hammed out for the time being. It's also packed. So, best choice was the street food. It's gonna be delicious.
After our first night in Andorra, we wake up and head out into the mountains for a little hike.
This morning, after sleeping in a little bit, which we're not going to apologize for because what a place to sleep in, Spa, mountain town. We drove up into what I believe is kind of the northern part of Andorra. I think it's about 40 kilometers from the Andorra La Vella to the French border. I think we're right now about five kilometers from French border. And we're just doing a very nice little stroll here through this mountain valley. The views are fantastic. Weather is perfect. Nice mountain breeze rolling through. Andorra mountain breeze. That sounds like a fabric softener that we should buy. Can't ask for a better way to start the day.
We are out here in the mountains, just hiking down a little bit, down by a creek. It is absolutely beautiful out here. There's homes in here, and they all look to be pretty new construction. There's some that are like being built right now, but they're these beautiful stone cottages, but very modern. Like there's a lot of construction going on in this area. It is booming.
I'm Rick Steves, and I'm here in Andorra, a shopping mall with mountains and beautiful nature. Come along as I explore more Europe. I'm here in the Pyrenees mountains, surrounded by beautiful pine trees, acorns, and campers, some of them with their tops off.
That's Europe, baby. We are not the most seasoned hikers. We dabble in the outdoors. We always joke that we're outdoor adjacent, but we wanted to make sure that we got out here. So we hiked a little bit on this trail that goes along the creek here. Well, it's probably probably the river, but it's pretty low right now. But we just want to get out here and take it in the mountains because they are truly incredible, and we couldn't come all the way up here and make the trip to Andorra and not enjoy the Pyrenees mountains just a little bit. I mean, my goodness. And I wonder about like the people who live in these houses and buy property up here. Like, do they come here? Do they live here full time? Like, what time of year do they come here? Is it just ski season? Do they come here in the summer? I just wonder what it's like living in one of these houses. I have a feeling a lot of the construction going on is like, you know, it's probably people's like summer or winter homes. But this would not be a bad place to escape to, that's for sure. After our hike, it's time for a traditional Andorran lunch.
Lunch today, we're in a town about 30 minutes north towards the French border here in Andorra. We're going to a restaurant called La Courte de Paris. And I probably butchered that, but you know what? It looks great. I believe they cook on an open fire grill, and the mountains, look at them. I mean, we got ski resorts behind me, beautiful views, beautiful sunshine. Let's have a great lunch. We've sat down to lunch here in Andorra, and I don't think we could have picked a better spot. This is a classic setting for a mountain meal. In fact, right over my shoulder, we had an open flame grill going. The chef has already brought out some of the items that people are ordering and is cooking them right here. The prefix menu, Madeline has gotten a starter that has a brie with raisins and a sauce on there. I think it's flour sauce. We don't know what that is, but we trust this place. And then I'm getting a grilled leek, which I think is getting grilled right now, with grilled asparagus, topped with a romesco sauce. Madeline's getting grilled sausage. I'm getting the grilled steak with chimichurri sauce and French fries. And I've seen it come out. It looks fantastic. And we're gonna watch them cook it in real time. So, what more can you ask for? Where on earth has there been a more exciting leek eaten than right here after watching it grilled and served on this plate and served on this beautiful plate of food? That's legitimately ice cream. It's got a little bit of a romesco-y cheese flavor. Ice cream on a leek, who would ever thought?
So these are my goat cheese and raisin bonbons with an elderflower sauce. It's almost like a spring roll. Crispy on the outside and then just packed with salty cheese and sweet raisins on the inside. You kind of like get this sweet and salty play here. I think this was the right choice because this is right up my alley. The raisins in there. Almost feels like a dessert or like a breakfast. No, more like a dessert. I'm happy. Here is my farmer's sausage, the white bean croquette, and a few of my French fries are missing already. And the sausage comes with like the aioli on top that is popular in Spain. The anticipation on this grew pretty large because we watched him cooking everything right behind us. So here we go. Here's some sausage hot from the grill. That was delicious. With some garlic coming in from the aioli. It's a really well-seasoned sausage. We were just saying, can we make it out of Europe without eating another croquette? But sometimes they just show up. Here is the white bean croquette. This is gonna sound crazy, but it's reminding me of like a French toast stick. Like there's a sweetness to it. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But it's delicious white beans inside. It's like a puree. Yeah, white beans there. That's really good.
Beautiful steak, perfectly medium. Chimichurri sauce right here. Got chimichurri on it. Let's do this. Perfectly salt and peppered. Fantastic cut of meat. Chimichurri sauce is immaculate. And what a gem we have stumbled into this afternoon, because this is the mountain meal of my dreams. Well, here we go. Beautiful brownie. My perfect looking brownie, because it's a little ooey gooey in the middle. Just the way I like it. It's kind of hard to get on the spoon. Okay. Here we go. I didn't know until this moment I missed brownies so good. Absolutely terrific lunch here. In Andorra. Just a fabulous setting here in the mountains. Love the open fire grill. I mean, how fun was that, just sitting there watching the chef cook the steak, the leeks, the sausage. Madeleine sausage, I ended up eating about half of it. It was fantastic. And then my steak, I don't know if I've had many steaks that just eat that easy. And by that, I mean, you just bite into it, it melts in your mouth, and really just grilled on that open fire there. Salt, pepper, absolutely terrific. The leeks to start, the dessert at the end was really good. So just all around A+ lunch. Probably going to recalibrate our dinner plans, because we were thinking about going up to another little mountain town and having a dinner that would probably be similar in nature. And boy, we're pretty full after that one. So looking forward to continuing to explore Andorra. Great start to the day with the hiking and that lunch.
I believe that was a traditional restaurant experience here in Andorra. They have restaurants that are called bordas, which are like supposed to kind of be like mountain cottages that you come in and you have a meal in. And so that definitely was the vibe of our lunch. Sausage was delicious, steak was delicious, apps, desserts, everything was top notch. I couldn't finish it. There was so much food, huge portions, but absolutely delicious. And after a hike and a big meal, it's time for me to head to the spa for a massage. We couldn't come to Andorra and leave without visiting their famous Caldea Spa. Located in the heart of Andorra is Caldea, Europe's largest mountain spa, famous for its striking glass tower and naturally heated thermal waters. I stop in for a massage and a little me time. I thoroughly enjoyed my afternoon at the Caldea Spa. It is quite the operation. It is several floors. You can book treatments, or you could not book a treatment and just book a day pass. They are in like 3 or 4 hour increments. So you can book classic, premium, or I think there's like premium plus or classic plus. And they give you access to different areas in the spa. I booked a 20-minute massage just for my legs. We've been walking many miles across Spain in the last few weeks. And so I decided to just get something simple, focus on my legs. I wish it had been an hour just on my legs, but 20 minutes was pretty glorious. I actually booked the massage and the classic pass, but they had some areas under construction, so pretty much everyone right now was bumped up to premium. So I got to access all the pools upstairs. I did not record inside, privacy reasons, relaxation reasons, but there's an upper level that's huge pools. They do have hot tubs, but the pools are just heated. It feels like a big bathtub. It's pretty awesome. And then they have saunas and steam rooms and a room that was just like full of a block of ice, which I absolutely loved. And then they had like this area that was different showers. Like you do them in a row. It was a hot shower, and then like it was like an exfoliating shower, then a freezing cold shower, and then like another warm shower to send you on your way. I just had fun trying it all. Having a few hours just to relax to myself was really nice as well. I know I've been traveling and been on vacation for the last few weeks, but just to shut your brain off for a few hours in this beautiful place. Also, like upstairs, it's all glass, so you're looking out at the mountains and the city below while you're relaxing in these pools or these relaxation rooms. If you're in Andorra, I would recommend at least booking, a few hours just to hang out in the spa amenities, because what an afternoon. And like, so the indoor outdoor pool, it's like 75 and sunny, so the outdoor pool was heated and a little too warm. But I think if you were here in the winter and you were skiing all day, that would be like the place to be. I also think they were getting ready for an event tonight because they were setting up like a DJ booth. So they obviously have different events that go on throughout the year as well. But can't say enough great things. I would recommend it. I'm not really, like, I don't go to the spa that often. I don't get massages. That's not something I do regularly. So that was a special treat to be able to do that this afternoon.
Let's talk about shopping for a second. Andorra is just a big shopping mall. That's clearly not entirely true. Beautiful, beautiful mountain ranges, whether you're here in the winter for skiing or here in the summer for hiking. If you actually get out of Andorra la Vella, the city center, there's a lot more to do than shop. However, if you are here in the city center, it is a giant shopping mall. I'm reminded of the Tom Haverford quote in Parks and Recreation when he's like, you go to the Eagleton Mall and you gotta say which Burberry. They got 3 Burberrys. There are so many perfume stores. I don't know if we could actually count them. So much perfume, so many weaponry stores, like to buy knives, and like self-defense stores. I think they might have guns in there. We haven't gotten in them. Found that to be a little strange. We're gonna pop into some stores and see if there's good deals to be found. I'm skeptical. We're also not bringing a bunch of clothes home, so we're not really looking for clothing. But we're gonna go shop for an hour and then eat early dinner. Okay. We don't typically shop on trips, but Madeline just went to the spa, and Evie, we think this might get some energy out. Just popped in the Ray-Ban store, polarized, which is the only way to go for Ray-Bans, about 200 USD. I think that's just about where they're at in the United States, so definitely not any sort of good deal there. But I think as a point of reference, it's like, you're not gonna come here and like, oh, any of these awesome polarized Ray-Bans for $90. At least that's just not what we found. Because if we did, we'd certainly both be getting some new Ray-Bans, right? I mean, we're gonna keep walking, pop into some stuff. We'll say 75 degrees outdoor mall, beautiful mountains in the background. That's not that bad of a thing. All right, this is an indoor shopping mall, and this is legitimately a shopping mall. Well, it's been, I think, 17 or 18 days since we stepped off the plane in Spain. Now, obviously, we're in Andorra, which is a different country, but right on the border. And we have finally broken down. If you've been watching our whole Spain trip, you've noticed that at various points in time, we've kind of said, yeah, we'd like a chicken sandwich, or we're going to stop at McDonald's. They have a restaurant here in Andorra called the Midtown. It's based on New York. I think they're going for Friends vibes, which we definitely are picking up, kind of a central perk. And after that big lunch we had, which was so good, with the chef grilling behind us, we wanted something simpler for dinner. So we're just getting a classic American crispy chicken sandwich, Caesar salad. Evie's getting mac and cheese. She's pumped. We said mac and cheese. She said yes. She knows those words. It's 27 months. And I may even be getting an unsweetened iced tea. That's to be determined, but if that happens, I will be the happiest person in Andorra.
At several points on this trip, if we've passed like American food shops or American restaurants, we have been like, should we go in? Should we see? Because we're just kind of curious. Like at home, we don't, I mean, almost every restaurant's an American food restaurant. So, and we have, food from elsewhere that comes to us. So we just are curious what American food is in other countries. So
They were open at American dinner time.
and yeah, they were open.
6:30.
They were open at 6:30 for dinner, and we decided to try for an early dinner. But I feel like the second half of the trip we have adjusted to dinner time, and we've figured it out. So we do go out on the earlier end of dinner. We might be sitting in an empty restaurant at 8 o'clock at night for dinner, but we found that works out pretty well for us.
When we were driving through Andorra, we did see a Popeyes at a drive-thru. So there's chicken sandwiches in Andorra. This one's actually looks fantastic. Bacon, that's the crispiest bacon we've seen in Europe. Huge double slice of chicken.
Oh my God.
Was not expecting that.
It's a little too much.
Yeah.
That's more than we eat in the US.
More than we bargained for. So this is like the double decker from KFC. Those are real tomatoes. That's great.
They have real tomatoes in Europe.
A plus.
Well, as silly as it seems to be two Americans in Europe and go to an American restaurant, we've been curious what an American restaurant in Europe is like, and we thoroughly enjoyed it. The food was way too big. They're probably thinking they like big portions in America, and that was a lot of food, so we did not finish it. It was fun, and we had such a traditional like Andorran style lunch today that it was good to mix it up and try something different, but kind of the same for us. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is we had fun. Our Pyrenees mountain Andorra adventure has come to an end this morning, and we are heading back to Barcelona. That's about a 2.5 hour drive. Now today is a big sort of logistical travel day for us. So we started the morning in Andorra, we're driving to Barcelona, we're dropping off our rental car, then we're heading to the train station and taking the train back to Madrid. We are heading into the end of our time in Spain. These are kind of like our Amazing Race travel days where we have to get from point A to point B, and it's kind of a creative way to get there. Again, these are days that I give Adam all the credit in the world because he puts these puzzle pieces together. They're sort of less fun days on our trips because there's so much involved in getting where we're going, but it does allow us to see different parts of the country. And right now we've been driving out of Andorra through the mountains, and we actually took a different route than we did on the way in, so we're seeing even more beautiful landscapes and weaving in and out of different small towns here between Andorra and Barcelona. And then when we take the train from Barcelona to Madrid, we're going to see a whole different part of the country, and you know, we just get to relax and watch it go by on the train. We really enjoyed our time in Andorra, and I'm glad that we ended up there on this trip. We weren't sure. We had talked about it before we had left to come to Spain, and it was sort of in the back of our minds, like, can we get there? And we were close enough that we said, let's do it. And I can only imagine that in the winter when people are there skiing, that it is even more beautiful. It seems like that is the time to be there. Although it was fairly busy while we were here on this trip. I think the winter months and skiing. We're not skiers. We've never been. So obviously, going to Andorra, that seems like kind of a skier's paradise. And it seems like there's definitely some challenging slopes, but it's such a beautiful place, and we enjoyed being able to just walk around in nature and take it all in. If you want to see more from our adventures in Europe, click right here. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.